Hello there, Coach Tina. We are on day 5 of Time to Thrive Challenge. It is Saturday, the last day of the challenge. And if you've been watching all week, I know you are excited and just kind of amazed at all the content that's been delivered. If you haven't been watching all week, either because you had a work schedule that didn't work or just other things got in the way, emergencies, work, stress, life, all that stuff, I totally get it, but you don't want to miss this stuff. So you can still go to the Time to Thrive group and you can be there live when it starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, and 11 a.m. Pacific. And when you are there, they're going to do a lot of material tomorrow, but you can go into the group and do all of the replays. They'll probably keep it open. I'm just guessing they're going to keep it open till at least Monday. Okay. So know that you can get in there. If you go into our groups, I have time stamped a lot of the material. I forgot to do it today, but I've done it all the other days and I have it in my notes so I can put it in there. But the timestamps will allow you to go to the speaker you want to hear, or maybe right when he does the offer and things like that. So that's that. Stuff I wanted to tell you about yesterday. It was Dean talking about story, teach, action, call to action. So the story is a scene of your life that you are starting the teaching with because you want to get in their heart, right? And it's things you can pluck out of the story to make a difference that become your teachable items. This is you speak here to what they want, and Dean did a beautiful job. He brought in a young gal, a participant who wanted to start a beauty confidence and makeup um, course. And so I thought he did a really good job of explaining the teaching. She was saying, first you got to teach mindset. And he said, yeah, but people don't know that they need mindset. So that isn't what you want to tell them that they're learning. What you tell them that they're learning is what they want. So beauty and confidence hack number 1. And then when they get there, you give them what they need. So they want the thing, you give them what they need. And that was the first time that really clicked for me. And then the action. All right. And then Rachel Miller came on just full of vigor and energy and amazement as a mom of 6 that's able to do this social media monster. She says she uses like 9 platforms and gets her information out there to 4 million people, which is incredible. She talked about her 3 rules, and they all are based around a million. So you need a dot that is initially like the main pool is at least 1 million people. And because you can get 1,000 out of the million, it's small, big amount, small. Um, you need to be able to that industry needs to be at least $1 million in revenue because your piece of the pie is a small amount of that, but there has to be some money in it. And then you have to be willing to spend 1 million minutes doing the thing that you pick. And I thought that was pretty interesting advice. I mean, 1 million minutes is a lot of minutes. But the point being, are you passionate about this to keep doing it even when it gets boring, it gets old, you're tired of it, life starts to happen again? Are you still going to stick with it? Good question to ask. And then she took us into the what she called her piece of the pie. So that's that you post and interact at least 5 times a post. Keep an interest list to go with that. and then you entice them. You draw them into doing more with you. Offering a free something is probably the way to do that. And she talks about how if you find your first person, that's when you can grow your hundreds into millions. Like you want to start somewhere, right? So then Matthew McConaughey came and Tony interviewed him and Dean interviewed him on the video screen. So it was still really good. They all talked and had some great insights, and you got a much bigger peek into Matthew McConaughey and who he is. He was very big on saying, first you try and fail, and then you try and succeed. Dropped a lot of truth bombs on us, and he and Tony recommended a book that I'm going to go and read because I know it's time for me to be reading this book, and that is The Greatest Salesman by Og Mandino. So that'll be on my reading list very soon. And then the homework, if you haven't done it yet, you need to rush off and do it. What are the teaching points that you could teach your people? And what is a scene in your life that relates to those teaching points? So basically the first lesson comes full circle at this point. And I'm excited to see how this stuff is settling with you. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to comment on this post or to drop me a message in the DM and just say, hey, I'm concerned. I think I noticed a couple of people saying, hey, are you going to buy Project Next? If you don't know if you should buy Project Next or not, give me a call. Like, let's talk about it because I don't want you to make a bad choice either. And I've got some ideas for you. I've had that program. I've worked in this area for a while. So don't feel like there's hard pressure on you. Reach out and be resourceful to make sure it's a good decision for you. I'd love to be a part of that. And I really look forward to 2:00 Eastern time today where we get to watch Dean, and Tony's going to be live at this point.